just wanted to thank the Hummels again for tonight. Absolutely beautiful venue. Mrs. Hummel, you did a beautiful job, and the ladies, Kelsey, Madison, you guys did a great job putting this all together. It's beautiful, so thank you guys for that. My high school public speaking teacher is here, so this stinks, it's his fault. See you, Brother Bill? Now I want you guys to picture, if you would, for just a sec, a beautiful August evening in late summer of 2006. Down the road at Tommy's place, a local watering hole, Paul and his trusty friend Bill are having a drink. Or 10. Now they're discussing a blonde who has caught the attention of Paul's eye. This one was different, I think Paul thought, as he told Bill. This is the one that could change everything. The one that can make me as happy as I could possibly be in the world. Of course, I'm not talking about Ashley, who we would meet just a few seconds later. But what about Jimmy Clausen, his first career.
He was loving it.
Paul's a lawyer by profession, but to me, he's always been a pretty good teacher. So I'd like to share with you just a few of the things he taught me throughout life that I think might serve you well in marriage. When we were younger, Paul, Connor, and I shared a room. Connor mostly slept on the couch because I snored very loudly. Now, we had just finished watching an episode of Star Wars, the first Star Wars. I was 4, so I don't know what my mother was thinking. So I'm naturally petrified as I'm trying to sleep and picturing Darth Vader strangling people with the Force. Paul is equally as scared, not of Darth Vader like most normals, but of the Stormtroopers, the harmless minions of the Empire who kill nobody. So Paul and I are commiserating in our nerves. I'm 4, he's about 7. And our dad comes up clearly angry that 2 little girls are crying in the boys' room. He takes me, throws me in Paul's bed and said, "You have an older brother, deal with it," and walks out the door. So I learned from a pretty young age that I have a pretty good older brother to protect me. Any of you who know me know that I can talk and agitate with the best of them. Connor, most notably, would know that. So anytime I would get under Connor's skin, my younger, not smaller brother would start chasing me around the house with golf clubs, lacrosse sticks, pool skimmers, you name it. And my loud, womanly shrieks of, "Paul, help, he's got the skimmer," would really enter the room. But again, I learned from a young age, Paul's a pretty good older brother. Now, I didn't learn everything from Paul when he was younger. For example, if I took his fashion sense, I would be wearing purple sweatpants and nightgowns to bed. So thankfully, he taught me from a young age how to be a good older brother. And that was good. Now, as we grew older, I also learned that I had a pretty good friend in Paul. He was responsible for a lot of my firsts, Bill as well. My first beer was a Budweiser, Uncle Kevin. You're welcome. Unfortunately, Paul and Bill were a little bit more seasoned in their drinking ability, and I was not. So when I fell on my face in our room, Paul simply laughed and rolled over and fell asleep. So I learned I had a pretty good friend. He was responsible for my first college visit with the Beta Boys at Wesleyan University. It was there I learned how to play beer pong, how to play flip cup, and never, ever, ever to challenge Denardo to a dance-off in Paul's driveway. Frankly, you're not winning that battle. Paul and I had some good times. I also learned how to come home hungover from a high school party from Paul. See, I thought the solution was to overact, pretend you're okay, and talk to Mom for 4 hours. Paul taught me the simpler formula of come home with a cup of coffee from the deli, say goodnight, Mom, and go to bed. He wasn't just tired, Mom. I had a pretty good friend in Paul as well. Luckily, I didn't learn everything from Paul again. I didn't learn how to get ready for a party with Paul, thankfully, or else I would be locked in a bathroom with a purple hair dryer for 4 hours, making sure my hair was just perfect to go out. So in addition to learning how to be a good brother, how to be a good friend, I also am still learning from Paul even today, being their perennial third wheel on 70th Street, New York. Now, to know Paul now, you know he works a lot, and he does a great job of work, and he's taught me a lot of how to stick it out through tough times at work, and how to, really gather yourself when times are tough. And the solution, of course, is to go down the street and have 4 margaritas and fall asleep. Paul's a great person, and I still learn from him today. I, again, thankfully didn't learn everything, like how to introduce your future fiancé to our family. Anyone who knows our family knows we can be a little intimidating just by the sheer size and volume of the people. So going over to Steph's house for a Notre Dame game isn't exactly the right moment to introduce who you think is going to be your future wife. Now, the poor girl came over for a Notre Dame USC game, which is, first of all, just dangerous. And not telling her that our family has been brainwashed into Anheuser-Busch products only to show up with a 12-pack of Heineken, I feared for her safety and mine, frankly, as well. But I did learn a lot from Paul. I still learn from him. He's a great person, he's a great brother, and best of all, a great friend. And Ashley, I think you did a pretty great job picking someone to marry. He is truly a blessing in my life and yours as well, and he couldn't have picked, frankly, better. I still learn from him now how to pick a beautiful, self-knowing, perfect person who can make him very happy. So for that, I learned from him as well. And just one last thing before I stop speaking so we can drink more. I just have a little experiment. Paul, I just want you to hold out your hand on top of Ashley's. And I just want you to know that, just to cherish this moment, because it's the last time you'll ever have the upper hand. So just a quick toast here. It's a marriage blessing. May we be missed if I didn't get one. May you be poor in misfortune and rich in blessings, slow to make enemies and quick to make friends. And may you know nothing but happiness from this day forward. Here's you guys for fun. Yeah!